there have been reach out to us from venture capitalists a lot. I mean, we can over-engineer a product, but we don't want to over-engineer a product. We want to create a product that people need. I would just say like doing podcasts like the one that we're doing right now, like, being able to do. Like I would say things like that are very beneficial for Telow just to get the word out.
How are you?
Good. How about you, man? How you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
So yeah, I'm a self-taught developer. Well, actually, let's start with the name. So, my name is Brian Nezhad. I'm the founder of Telow. My personal background, I'm actually a self-taught developer.
Okay.
I started at the age of 12. I started very young, learning how to code and how to create things. And I actually went to school for pre-med and to college for pre-med. I was about to become a doctor, same thing
Okay.
as all the foreign parents except their kid to be in United States and go through a doctor or lawyer or engineer, one of those, right? But yeah, so that didn't work out for me. I was always passionate about computer, and I was like,
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna make my name. I'm gonna make my name in the computer field, right? So that's what that yeah, that's as a personal. And then since then, I've been working for many like different agencies and government agencies and digital agencies and
Okay.
private corporation.
Mhm.
And then finally I was like, hey, I gotta make something happen for myself. I want to start a company, right?
Mhm.
And what happened, I was like, okay, what is one problem that I really have? Because I always wanted to have my own business. I was like, I always come up with some ideas, but I don't have a mentorship or some type of insight or tools on how to go about the business, right? And I was like, okay, so I think and then it just a light bulb. It just happened. I was like, okay, I'm gonna create a product where it can actually be that, right? So be the help to the new entrepreneur, right? So like the people that then they need to understand what's going on with their business, what's going on with and I was like, okay, what is one thing that I can do? And I was like, okay, well, the world is filled with like data, right?
Yeah.
And then and then we were close to like and then the world was coming about the AI and stuff, right? I was like, okay, AI data, right? And then I just connected together. I was like, okay, this could be something that every entrepreneur can use and they can take advantage in order to grow their businesses. Yep. That's how Teller was born actually. So
So,
yeah, so as of right now, we are really trying to understand what the user what our user really trying to like gain from our product, like Tello. So they really love the simplicity of just chatting with the AI in order to grasp like their data, understanding of their data. So like that is one way. It's just the ease of use for them, right? And then the other thing is like uh we're not very intuitive yet in the product. It's a standpoint of view itself because and we are a beta version at this point, and we're really trying to you know make the product more mature and have more module integrations. So like, having different data access point into the conversation with the AI. So that's what we're working. But as of now, I would say the ease of use and just the I would say the excitement of the idea, I would say,
hello.
Um, there is actually no philosophy behind the word. It's just a name. I
Okay.
had the domain. I was like, okay, it's a catchy name. I was like, let me
Mhm.
just call it Teller. So I just
Okay.
call it Teller. Yeah, yeah. So I think one thing about us is that we really try to be architectural um cor- so we are very okay. So like if you take a product, like there is a lot of tool right now that are trying to do the similarity of what we are trying to do. So like they're trying to bring in data into the platform and then just kind of get it into the conversation. What I would say Tello is that we want to be the next Zapier, right?
Okay.
For AI and data, right? So we want to be able to have the architect that can you can implement data into the AI conversation as easy as possible. So that's I would say that's where we differentiate from other products. Uh, Yeah, so we are following a lot of AWS security guidelines for sure.
Okay.
like, making sure that all of the data is I mean, we're talking about storage wise right now. So like storage wise, we make sure that we use like, the AWS compliance security standard. So kind of like being behind the VPC and making sure the access are, to the right user, making sure that the API calls that are being made, is being authenticated every time. So that is one thing. We really have a lot of procedure, but which I cannot talk, because I think that's one of the secret thing. Um,
Makes
so I
sense.
would say, yeah, just being in compliance a lot with
Yeah.
like the industry and that standard. Yeah, I would say just being able to understand their data,
All
being
right.
able to understand data in a simple chat conversation. I think that's how we're helping people, right? Being like people don't need to go hire like a specialist for Google Analytic, or they don't need to go hire uh, a sales manager, right? That kind of need to get reports, right? You can do all of that in Telow, basically. Oh man, it's everything. I
It's
think at
everything.
Telow, yeah, I think we actually just launched a community site, so community.tello.com. And there's not much traction right now, but I'm trying to get a lot of traction into that. Like asking people what features they would like to see, what data modules they would like to see in the AI conversation. And basically like, fixing bugs. And if there is we do have a lot of tracking, like we tracking bugs crazy, man, like in this platform, and making sure that it's like production ready, making sure it's ready for users to, have a good user experience, I would say. But we do have a community website that I just launched, basically. That's how we're trying to hear back from people, right? And not only that, we do have other ways of understanding what the user experience is going through the conversation. So we are also studying that and researching that. So yeah, ooh, that's a tough one. Honestly, nothing like particular to like
Right.
what I have, like, collaborate with anyone. I would just say like doing podcasts like the one that we're doing right now, like, being able to do.
Right.
Like I would say things like that are very beneficial for Teller just to get the word out, being able to, send a message across and about our product information.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that's about it, honestly.
All right.
But I would say, yeah, partnership. There have been a reach out to us, from venture capitalists a lot.
Okay.
Like a lot of VC are contacting us.
Okay.
Um, but like I say, I am actually creating a pitch deck right now in order to like provide for them.
All right.
Um, so that type of thing, and then we also get like a lot of partnership collaboration about like bringing data in.
Mhm.
But again, we are very niche at this point, so we can just work with like all the data points and things like that. Uh, so basically, we any data or any API endpoint that you see in those platform on those modules, you can communicate with it. So any data that you have in your Google Search Console or any data that you have in your Google Analytics, our AI platform is able to construct a simple term. So you can just ask it like, hey, how many active users did I have in like the past 30 days?
Cool.
And can you compare that with the previous year and tell me how is my website is like performing, right? Compared to last year. So you can just have a simple conversation and the AI know what to get, what information to get. So we have a whole algorithm behind the scene that kind of know how to get information from the API endpoints. I would say one of them is basically being able to send the word out. Right now, there's a lot of AI people out there. Everyone is
Okay.
about
It's very
AI.
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So like very competitive,
Yeah.
the marketing field right now. And I would just say being able to hear from people, like what are their feedback, right? Like what are people feedback, right? I think that's very important. So like those are the two challenges for now. Because we can create a product, right? I mean, we can over-engineer a product, but we don't want to over-engineer a product. We want to create a product that people need. Yeah, I think it's the future of every business is actually. Like I
Yeah.
could I think like there are going to be platforms or distribution channel where where people will rely on data and business intelligence in their field or any business, right, in order to get answers, about their business. It could go as simple as a manager within the company, or I think it could be as, higher up as in like a executive position, I think everybody rely on quick answer, quick decision making. So I think I could see in business intelligence AI would be the next thing, man, for everyone. Yeah, I would see them as just a validation point.
Okay.
Just a validation point. I think everybody job is going to actually be um easier. I wouldn't say
Okay.
replace. I would say everybody job would be easier. So it would be just um more accurate. So because AI is AI is not very accurate right now. I would say that it's not accurate as a human being, right? I mean, AI
Yes.
itself is hallucinate. Everybody know that,
Yeah.
but I think it can make the job easier as of now. But I think in the future, analysis specialists and experts and these people are going to be basically the validation point to validate like if this is true or not, if the data is true. So it's just basically decision making at the end. Yeah, so I actually conducted like a family and friend a research, and I was like, I do have a lot of friends who own businesses and things like that. So I understand their problem and their frustration, right? And a lot of people they just lack resources, man. They just lack resources in order to create an actionable item based on their business and stuff, right? And because it's costly, right? You need to go hire someone. That person needs to take 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks in order to get the information back. So I guess that would be it. That would be like where businesses really have issue. That was my research. I did that within like 20 people,
Okay.
here and there. Yeah, that was about it. Start understanding your thing with AI, that would be one thing. But I would say like I would really love to see in a stronger point of AI interpretation. So like I want to see like right now AI hallucinate a lot. If you see most of the platform right now, man, like somebody talk about like SEO with AI. Some
Yes.
people talk about like content creation with AI, but it hallucinates a lot. Sometimes he doesn't know what he's saying and he just
Yes.
throws it out, right? I think for businesses, I think there's going to be a lot of actionable um AI intelligent like agents. I think there's going to be a lot of that. And that's where we actually try to be. We're trying to be that actionable provider. We're not trying to really provide a simple text and tell you like how to run your business. We're trying to create that actionable plan for the business. So I would see a lot of like actionable item. I would say everybody think is going to replace people. I don't think it's going to replace people.
Yes.
That's
One of
we
the.
are yeah we are I think we are far away from that. If it
Okay.
has I think in my I don't know my point of, I think that would happen like 50, 60 years ago. I mean it would happen eventually. Um but even then when it happened I think that it won't replace people. I think people are still going to be a validator point,
Right.
right? I mean, there are robots right now that does a lot of things, like even like as in, like labor, like hard labor, right? Like outside,
Yeah.
like not like the blue collar, right? I think that's what a lot of people think, and I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I think AI is just gonna be a tool for everyone to use. Being able to have a successful business. So
Okay.
I think I read somewhere every business is I think you have a 70% chance of failure. So we are
Okay.
trying Yeah, so we are trying to really cut that 70% down to like 50% even, if it's
Okay.
possible. I would say product hunt.
Product hunt. Okay.
Being able to be on product hunt on May 17th as the top 12. So that was one thing. So I mean, the word got out. Another thing, the product itself, like being able to create, like I actually use it myself in the
Yeah.
platform, and
Alright.
I try to create content for my business, so just to staying up to trend, like what's going on with the AI field, being able to study different models, AI models. So we are actually doing that. We're trying to integrate different models into the platform, so that way our client also have the capability to to be able to like have a conversation with different model and being able to scale into the point where it doesn't hallucinate a lot. I think AI hallucination is big challenge right now for everyone, man. So be flexible, be creative.
All right. Be
Um,
creative.
yeah, be creative, be flexible. Like do as what you please. Do what you think is going to help other people. Oh man, I think my current job is more because I do have a day-to-day job as
Okay.
as I work on Telow. I think being able to help in the scientific and human health, I think that's I'm very proud of that, man. I love contributing to the world. I know I'm a technology guy. I like to create things, but being able to contribute. So yeah. I would say like I actually would like to see Taylor in a medical field.
All right.
So being able to have a connected data points within the like researcher study and have a conversation with that data and ask the AI, hey, how can I resolve a disease?
Okay.
Things like that. So like
Okay.
that's way down the future, right? Or
Right.
even as like simple as like, have you ever saw this sci-fi movie where he's like talking with the AI and then
Yes.
he's like to find a disease? I would see that. Like I would see Taylor be where there is like a pod, like a home pod, like an Apple home pod or like Amazon like Echo, and like you speak to it and you just talk about the disease and you can actually like have a conversation with the health industry data and be like being a help for like doctors, being a help for like a researcher. Like we are that connection in the middle. So I would see that. Like I would, oh my gosh, that would be exciting. So don't rush.
Okay.
Don't rush it through.
Okay.
See what is the right way, not the quick way.
Not
I
the
think
quick.
a lot of yeah, I think competition are always there, no matter what. I think everybody trying to beat you.
Okay.
In whatever company you decide. I think do it right is the key here.
Okay.
Doing it right, doing creating your business in a right way is the key, in my opinion. Not really, guys. Just provide feedback so we can improve Tello. That's it. That's
Okay.
the key.
All right. That's all from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.